when you're being love bombed and when things happen really, really fast, that's usually an indicator that you are not in a healthy relationship. When things are rushed, it's really easy to just fall into your feelings and zone out of all of the red flags because you're just so enveloped in the dopamine and the feel-good hormones that you're feeling. The reason why these feelings are so potent and so strong is probably because you're being love bombed, because you're being mirrored. They probably ask you a lot of questions, learning about what you like, what you don't like, learning about who your ideal type is. And they construct this mask that they know is the exact image of your dream person. And they wear it just long enough for you to get bonded to them. But that's not actually who they are. They've just mirrored back to you all the best parts of yourself. Manipulative people, they'll study you while they're pursuing you. It'll sound like they're listening to you deeply, but it's not because they care. It's because they're gathering information that they're going to use against you later on. So that's the reason why it feels so perfect, or why it felt so perfect in the beginning, because that entire phase of your relationship was engineered to do exactly what it did, which was to get you to fall in love with this person. You basically got conned. That's why you feel so addicted to them, because they painted a picture of themselves. They promised you all of these things, and you're holding on to that because they sold you that dream. That's the reason why you're still missing them, still thinking about them, still holding on to the idea of a future with them, is because they masqueraded as your dream person in the beginning. They're never going to be that person. They were only that person, and they only become that person long enough to keep you holding on. If you don't know what's going on, it's very natural to stay stuck in that cycle until you get sick of it and break free from it, like I did. And even then, I still fell into it with other people in different relationships. So, one of the most insidious parts of narcissistic abuse is that you mourn over someone who was never actually there. Manipulative people, abusive people, narcissists, they very meticulously engineer who they think you need them to be in order for them to have access to you. You're basically holding on to a person that was fictional. It's like falling in love with a character in a book. They're just somebody that lives inside your head. The sooner that you can look at the relationship that way and look at your, hopefully, ex that way, the faster you will be able to let go of them and move on from the relationship and just move forward with your life. Something that I often used to do in the past was see potential in someone and hold on to that. And manipulative people, narcissistic people, abusive people, they recognize that that's what you're doing, and that's how they keep you hooked, because they keep talking about who they want to be, who they could be, and that they're, they know exactly what they're doing. So you didn't lose this person, you just lost the illusion. Remind yourself of that and reframe your feelings. When you're missing the person, just remember you're not missing a real person, you're missing a mask. Think about the way that they were treating you for the majority of the relationship, and remind yourself that that's actually who they really are. Not the person they pretended to be in the beginning, but who they were for the majority of the relationship. The right person won't need to manufacture themselves to be a good fit for you. Just to end with advice for the future, because I did, break free from this cycle and then end up right back in it. Same shit, different toilet. One thing to really remember to do for any future relationships is to not give somebody a chance based on their potential, and to give at least 3 months of getting to know them. And if they're not okay with that, then that's a red flag. That's how I'm dealing with things these days. I'm very single and very happy, actually, really love my peace and quiet, and I am open to relationships, but I'm also not rushing to get into one. If the relationship makes my life better, if the person genuinely adds to my life, that's fine. But if not, what's the point? So I'm gonna leave you with that. Subscribe, it's free. I make these videos for free for you because These are the sort of videos that I wish I had during my very dark time. And also there were a lot of videos that I watched that were kind of like this that really helped me. So see you in my next video. I hope that this gave you some comfort, some light, and some love. All right, before I start being weird, I'm gonna go. Ciao.